going up, guys? As you can see behind me, I have my daily RSX pulled in the garage. I'll be working on her today. If you follow a couple of my videos, I posted where she had an oil leak. It was a while back, and I'm still dealing with that oil leak. The other video, I thought it was coming from the solenoid down here, but it's not. The previous video, I said I was going to get to changing the valve cover, which I already did, and that's not the issue. And now I think I pinpointed it to down here near the crank pulley and the timing chain cover and all that stuff down there. So yeah, this is what we'll be doing today. I'll walk you out through the process of taking off the timing chain cover if I have to. I may or may not, but I'm gonna show you how to take off the crank pulley on this side, and then perhaps the timing chain cover if I need to, because I believe my leak is either coming from the crank pulley or the crank, I guess you'd say crank seal. And then if it's not coming from there, I can't really tell because the pulley's in the way, so I'll be taking off the pulley to check that out. And then if it's not coming from that, I believe it's coming from this timing chain cover, because you have to use RTV to make the own gasket, because they don't make a gasket for that. So I'm thinking that's going bad or something like that. But if you want to see what mess it's made, you can kind of tell right here. This is where I parked that RSX. I park it out here outside the garage, and you can see the oil leak here, but that's not all. Wait, there's more. Look how bad that is. Can't really tell because it's in the shade, but this is pretty bad. I'm probably putting in a quart of oil probably every 2 weeks, so it's a decent leak. And I've been lazy and I haven't gotten around to actually trying to pinpoint it and fix it until today. So that's what we're going to do today, so let's get to it. Alright, as you can see, I got the car jacked up. I take the passenger side wheel off. This is where we're going to start. I'm just going to go down here and show y'all what it looks like. Look at all that caked up oil all down here, and it's all on my subframe, everything, my axle, all the way back here to my sway bar, all the way, like it's everywhere. So this is a pretty bad leak. I think it's coming from the pulley or something like that, because down here you can see kind of fresh oil. It's not caked up or anything like that. So what I believe happening is, here's your crank pulley. So what I think is the seal maybe be going bad here, and it's leaking down here, and then it's also leaking on the belt and all that, and it's spraying it all the way around. So I'm gonna try to take the crank pulley off before I actually mess with the timing chain cover, because to take the timing chain cover off, it's a bit meticulous, because you have to move this out the way, you have to undo your passenger side motor mount, you have to move the pump out the way just to get to the bolts around the timing chain. So I'm gonna avoid that if I can. First thing I'm gonna check is this pulley, and then from there I'll determine if I need to pull the timing chain cover off or not. And I'm also going to try to pull this bolt off without using a crank pulley tool to pull this off. So I got my impact over here. I'm going to get the right socket on this, and hopefully the impact will bust it off without having to use a tool. Before I do that though, I do need to take this accessory belt off, and do that you have to go down here, there's a tensioner, you get through. I'll show you everything, but that's what I have to do. So let me get that set up, and then I'll show y'all. Alright, so this is a 14 down here, 14 millimeter for the tensioner pulley. So I got just a wrench on that, and I'm going to use a bigger wrench, kind of like just to give it more leverage. Do that, you pull it towards the front of the car, and that provides, as you can see, less tension on it, and you can pull the belt off. I can't do this with one hand because I have the camera in the other hand, but that's the idea there. So I'll be taking that off real quick, and then after I take that off, I can go ahead and try to get that pulley off at the bottom, crank pulley. So let me get this off real quick, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I got the accessory belt off. It wasn't that bad. It's the belt right here. So now that I got that off, I can start messing with this crank pulley down here. And I'm praying, fingers crossed, that this impact will be able to break this nut without me having to get the tool, the pulley tool. I don't have that tool here. If I do have to do that, I'll have to run to the auto parts store, get one, and to get this off. But hopefully this will work. I'm actually going to try that right now, so bear with me. I know it's going to be a little loud because of the impact, but let me see if I can get it off right now. Hey, it worked. So that's it right there. This big bolt here is for the crank. But now I got that off. Hopefully this will come off here. Might need some, there we go. Some wiggling. Don't be careful, don't lose that I'm not sure what you call it, but don't lose this here. This keeps the crank here so it don't spin on the actual crank here, or the pulley don't spin on the crank. But that's how she looks like. It's pretty dirty, as you can see. I think I was right here. You see all that oil down there where the seal's at? It's kind of hard to see, but right in there, right there at the bottom, I think that's where my leak's coming from. As you can see right here, fresh oil is dripping down here and coming down there. I don't know if you can see up more, but yeah, it's so dirty over here. I'm gonna have to clean this up. Kind of wish I was in the garage so I could like get a pressure wash and pressure wash this off. But I don't want all this stuff in my garage, all the oil and all that. But what I'm gonna do is, I haven't got the crank seal yet. I'm gonna have to go get that. But I'm pretty sure this is where it's coming from. It looks pretty bad right here, and as you can see, there's oil at the bottom coming out from the seal. So that's gonna be my guess what's going on. I double checked the top side. Let me get and you can't really see, don't look that much oil down there. So I'm pretty sure that that's causing this, the major cause of this oil leak is from this seal. So let me run to the auto parts store real quick, pick one of these up, I'll be back, and then I'll show you how to actually install the seal here. So let me get that and I'll be right back. All right, just got back. Got my bag of goodies here. Here's my seal, right there. Also got me some power steering fluid. It says Asian here, and you see Acura there, Honda there. So I got the right type of power steering fluid because I noticed the other day that my power steering fluid was low. So I got that, and then I got another quart just to replenish the leaking oil that I have here. So that's what I got at the auto store. This is what I really needed. So yeah, let me get my tools to take the seal off. We'll take that off, put the new one in, put the pulley back on, put the accessory belt back on, and then she should be good to go. But before that, after I change out the seal, I'll probably wipe down this area, try to get as clean as I can. I know it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to look, it's still going to be oil on it, but I'm going to just clean it up the best I can. But yeah, so let me go ahead and get the tools, and then we'll get started. Okay, so here's the new crank seal here. What I like to do is I like to get a little bit of oil, not a lot, just a little bit, and coat it up just around the edges here, just so when I go to press this in, that it'll slide in a lot easier. So that's what I like to do. So you put that in, get that pressed in, and then once we get that pressed in, I'll probably go ahead and clean up some of the oil here, and then I'll clean this up, and I'll throw that back on, and then the belt back on. So that's gonna be the process I'm gonna do. So yeah, let me go ahead and put some oil on this and throw this back in there. So the rag's not really doing much. I got some brake parts cleaner. I'm gonna get some spray this down. I just gotta be careful not to get the seal here, just because I don't want it to start to eat it away or anything like that. So I'm just gonna not aim at the seal there. So I'm gonna aim everywhere else. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, got everything buttoned up, got the pulley back on, got my accessory belt, you see right here, back on. Everything on top's good. See my belt's back on, put my pump back, everything's good. I'm not gonna break into the timing chain cover right now. I'm gonna run this like this. Hopefully this is where my leak's at. I don't wanna break open the timing chain cover if I don't have to. So I'll run this a couple weeks to see how it looks. Hopefully my oil leak stops. But if it doesn't, then I'll come back and go to pinpoint again. If it doesn't, then next time I'll definitely have to do the timing chain cover. Cause if it's still leaking, then it has to be that. But that's all wrapped up. I'm gonna go start the car real quick. I'll let it run for a couple minutes and I'll come back and just see if I can see anything as it idles right now. But I'm gonna go start it and then we'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, she's been running for a couple minutes. I think she's fully warmed up now. You can see I don't see anything really leaking yet. I know she's just idling, and then it's not much is going to happen when she's idling. Actually, when you're driving around, and the engine's actually higher in the RPMs than what it is now. But as of right now, I don't see anything leaking. So if anything was leaking right now, then you know whatever we did, we either did something wrong or it didn't fix it or anything like that. But right now, I don't see anything. So all I gotta do now is drive her for a week or two and see if she continues to leak. Hopefully she doesn't, but she may. But that's it. That's all you do it's pretty simple to change your crank seal for the RSX. You don't have to lower the engine or anything like that. All you do is pop your accessory belt off. It's really easy if you have an impact right here to get this crank pulley bolt out. If you don't, you have to run a tool or something like that to get it off. But other than that, it's pretty simple. And yeah, that's all you do to change the crank seal. Alright guys, that's it for this video. If you found this video informative about changing your crank seal, go ahead and leave me with that like. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe either, so you can keep track or be notified when I post a video, or just keep track of my build in general. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later.